Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wealthy Weirdos. My name is Ona. I'm your host for this show, this fun party that we throw every week where we get to just tell some stories around being weird, being wealthy, being somebody who's an entrepreneur, being somebody who's building a heart-led business, being somebody who's owning their gifts, putting them out there, right? And so, what I want to talk about today is how insidiously common it is for our brains to think that the way we do something is lesser, is like not the way to do it. And you might not notice this with bigger things. With bigger things, you may have already come to terms with how you do it, right? You might say, like, oh, yes, well, I'm somebody who exercises every day, or I'm somebody who doesn't multitask or who loves to multitask, right? And so there might be certain things that you've already really owned, right? But what I've noticed with myself and with my clients is that this will still creep in like tiny ways, right? Things you haven't fully explored about yourself yet, things that can and probably will change at different points, but your baseline initial reaction is to think that somebody else is doing it right. So let me give you an example to kind of like ground this in reality. Myself, I would often, get on social media and see people's posts and see people posting about work-life balance and how, they have boundaries around when they work and when they don't, and when they respond to clients and when they don't, and how healthy that is, and how much better that is, and how, uh, they only work like this many hours a week or whatever. And that's why their business is sustainable. That's why it's a business that they love. And for a while, I just automatically made myself wrong for not doing it that way. And so it was something I even sort of hid or didn't fully own, that I don't like that. Like, I really, really love responding to my clients. I really, really love the work that I do. I don't like to have set hours. More often than not, I'm not working at my desk, right? Like, I am obsessed with my business. So even on like a day off, I'm still doing things for my business. Like, it's a little crazy to me to not do anything for it. But it's not, I didn't feel seen in that because it's not like I felt like I was burning out. I just want to do it. Like, I want to think about my clients. I want to write a post or write to my people. Like, I want to make a video. Like, it's a beautiful day outside and my front door is open right now. Like, I'm recording this in my bedroom. I've got a window right in front of me. My front door is open. My bunnies are hopping around in the yard. I didn't schedule this. I felt like it. My voice wanted to come through my body. I wanted to speak. I get pulled to speak and I follow the pull. And for a while I didn't own this because I just assumed that this was probably not what other people want to do. This is probably not the right way to do it. Probably there's a better way. So and so does it this way. So and so says you should really have systems. I don't really like what do you mean by systems? When people say systems, I'm like, what does that mean? What does it mean? What systems? Like I just I have fun. Like, I love making content. Why would I make a system out of that? Why would I have like a Drive folder spreadsheet full of like content ideas and then get AI to like write all these hooks for me and then have like a content schedule? put a month out in advance. I'm like, but I want to just I want to connect with you guys. Like I just want to talk to my people. I love it. And the more I owned the way I like to do things, the more magnetic I become, the more I resonate with the people who are actually meant to work with me. And I found that when I was kind of downplaying how much I work, um, I was getting clients that weren't entirely aligned because they wanted to work less. They wanted to post less. They wanted um, to kind of like just know the thing to say or the thing to do and have it set and have it running and do their own life. Like I've had clients like that before. And it's not that they're wrong. It's not that there isn't a way to do that. And in fact, sometimes I can still guide that in a business, right? It depends. The key differentiator though is I have to work with women who love what they do. So it's not that I don't have like I do have clients who have systems. I do have clients who can easily take time off and like just go be with their family in the Bahamas. Like, yes, all of this happens in my world as well. But the only reason that I'm able to guide them in that way, and the only reason that's working in the way we jive together, is because when they come back from that vacation, they're super fired up. Like they love what they do. They could talk about it with me for hours. They can sit down for 30 minutes and like just pump out 5 videos that to post as reels online because they've got so much to say to their ideal client. Do you see the difference? It's like it's not that I, you know, have to work with people who have the exact same structure as me or lack of structure, I guess you could say. It's not that, but at the same time, if I don't just own the way that I work and why it works for me, then I'm going to get people who work and feel very differently about making money and about their business. And the reality is neither one is wrong. It's like, it's not about right and wrong. It's about you just believing that the way you do things is the right way because it's you. And you just own that and you just put that out there rather than covertly and, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like, yeah, covertly. I guess it's sort of like without realizing it, you're always trying to like appeal to people who don't work the way that you do. So, for example, you might be like, "Oh, yeah, and it's so easy, and I take time like laying in the hammock," and like that may very well be true that I do take time hanging out in the hammock, but I'm allowing my content to become a place where I'm people pleasing, where I'm trying to make it seem like this can work for anyone. Like this can work for people who don't like to work a lot. And the reality is, the way that I work is so much better for people who like to work a lot. Not because they're trying to prove themselves, not because they are a masochist, but because they actually love what they do and they find it fun. So even when they take a vacation, it's like they're itching to come back to it. Like I need those kinds of people because I'm that person. And that's how I do this. And that's why I don't run out of energy because I mean, I guess that you could say I run out of energy in the sense that like I take rest days, but I don't run out of energy when it comes to my work. Like even if I'm laying in bed all day long and I don't like face the camera and film something, I'm still working. I could be really sick and laying in bed all day long. And what's fun for me is like writing some content or sending a voice note to a client. It gives me life. It makes me feel healthier. It makes laying in bed sick more fun, right? For me, it's just that's how I do it. And so I need to own that because that in itself is a really fucking cool thing. And even if people don't fully align with it, they're going to see the value in loving their business the way that I do. And so that's what I miss out on when I automatically write it off and say, like, well, no, I should have more structure. I should make, have more free time. I should have more hobbies or whatever. I should have a more balanced life. Like, I need a more balanced life. Like, when I make myself wrong for the way that I am, I'm turning down the brightness, I'm turning down the volume on one of the weirdo things that makes me and my work so valuable and so unique, which is my undying love for the work that I do. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that is gold. That is so valuable. That's, you can't even put a price tag on that. That is so incredibly cool. I bet you there are people in all kinds of industries with all different work styles, maybe even very organized people who do want to take vacations. There are people from all different walks of life who are going to resonate with how much I love what I do. Like, I can embody that easily because it's real, because it's true, because I am obsessed. Okay. And somebody who's not in their power and doesn't want to do things that way might see what I post and think to and make themselves wrong and think, well, I'm wrong for wanting a vacation from my work and I'm wrong for, getting burnt out on it. But that's just them wobbling off their own power. Owning the way that I do things doesn't make somebody else wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? Just flip it around. Like I was wobbling off of my own power, making myself wrong for the obsession I have for my business. When I can actually just unapologetically own it, and people from all different walks of life who do things in different ways are going to resonate with what's so unique about me. What's so weird and unique and different about me, one of my main differentiating factors, which is my intensity, my passion, my genuine embodiment of loving what I do. So I can't turn the volume down on that and expect to find soulmate clients. I'm not going to find people who really resonate with what I do when I'm too busy trying to make it seem like, oh, no, I don't work that much. Yeah, no, this is normal over here. I have a work-life balance. I don't have a fucking work-life balance. I'm too in love. I'm too in love for a work-life balance. Imagine you're dating someone and you're literally falling in love. You're having like magical nights under the stars. And like you're like high kissing them. You're just falling so in love. And you're like, but I need to be balanced. I'm gonna go out on dates with other people. And people do that. It's not about that being wrong. But when I am in love with somebody and I'm falling in love with somebody, that shit is full on. That is full on. I want to hang out with them every single day. That's how I am. I like that. If I'm falling in love with somebody, like, yes, let's text every day. Yes, let's hang out every day. I don't like to pump the brakes. And I'm the same way with my business, and a lot of people are not that way, right? But if I'm over here making myself wrong for it, nobody gets to experience the aliveness of the love that I have. And they want that. They want that love. They want to tap into that energy. Even if they never do it the way that I do it, they'll still be an aligned client because they are ready to tap into that energy with themselves and with their business. And they can do that in my spaces. And every single one of you has things like this. It's not just one thing, it's usually multiple things. I see this a lot with really ADHD clients also because being ADHD, it's like you're dopamine seeking, you're doing one thing and then you're doing another thing and then you're doing another thing. And I think that like we've just been conditioned to see that as wrong. And it's like, oh God, I could go on about this, but it's like we're literally put in these school systems that were designed to make us good factory workers. And so we're like medicating people at a very young age who are just like playful and brilliant and imaginative and who are never meant to be factory workers. So, and then we have this whole like dopamine junkie situation with the scrolling and the constant like vying for your attention. So you're living in a society that's giving you all kinds of like crazy mixed signals around this ADHD thing. But I will tell you, every ADHD client I've ever worked with, I know that when they start to trust the way their brain works and the way that they feel drawn to things, it's actually a really beautiful guidepost. It's actually like, it can be so powerful and so intuitive. Of like, yes, here's where my energy belongs right now, and oof, now it belongs over here, and oof, now I need to do this rabbit hole. And actually, it all freaking comes together. It's actually perfect for them. It's actually what they needed to be doing. It's the pace that they needed to be going at. It comes together. They can trust it. And the more they trust that, the more powerful they become, especially as entrepreneurs, especially as creatives. And so that's like a deconditioning process, right? But if you make yourself wrong for being ADHD, or worse, you make yourself a victim, you're never going to realize the power in it. I work with a lot of neurodivergent people. You have your own pace, your own way of doing things. And if you're too busy making yourself wrong for it and fighting against it and thinking, oh, I gotta sit at my desk and blah blah blah, and I gotta I gotta wake up at this time and I gotta sit down and write content. Oh my God, whenever a client tells me that, like I gotta sit at my desk and write content and then nothing comes, I'm like, why are you forcing yourself to sit at the desk and write content? Like that's insane. I I can maybe think of like one or two times that I've done that, and it was because I genuinely felt like doing it. Like I don't know. Like I'm listening to music, I'm dancing, I'm in the car leaving myself voice memos, I'm filming reels on the couch or outside, I'm writing on in bed in late into the night. Like I usually get a pretty normal sleep schedule, but sometimes when I'm in a writing mode, I'm up and I'm writing. Or I'm writing like tidbits throughout the day. Like, okay, I have an idea, I have a concept. Let me write a little bit more on that. And then now let me go eat my lunch and let me go for a walk around the block and let me like talk to my friend and da 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 da. And oh yeah, oh yeah, I have this admin thing to do. I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh yeah, let me write a little bit more of that. And then I kind of need to see it. Like I need to actually like put it on social media and be like, yeah, oh, you know what? I didn't really hit this point. Let me get that in there. Like that's how I make content. And so if you're over here thinking, "Oh, I need to like sit down and do, you know." Like yes, you need to take yourself seriously, but taking yourself seriously in your business is not about taking yourself seriously. It's much more about just knowing that you are a successful business owner, that you are somebody who's building and maintaining structures that can carry large amounts of money and you're improving your skills and serving your people and getting great results and like you're devoted. That's how you do that. But being devoted is not, I need to wake up at 5 a.m. or I need to sit at my desk for this many hours. Like that to me has nothing to do with devotion. So that's why I work with so many neurodivergent people because it's like you get to be what you are. Like you get to be weird. You get to use your body and your brain the way it wants to function. Like we work with that. We don't work against it, right? But this is the most common thing. It's just thinking, oh, I should do it this way. Like so and so has like two words that really describe her, and that's what she's known for, and you have to be known for something. I see that a lot too. People are like, I have to be known for something. And then they like get in their heads and they're like trying to figure out what they're known for. Guys, positioning is not what you say about yourself, it's what other people say about you. So you banging your head against a wall because somebody told you you needed to be known for something and you have to fucking figure it out or you're never going to get anywhere isn't going to help you. It's not going to do it. You just have to get out there and do what you do and trust what you do. It's something that's revealed. It's revealed through you being what you are, being where you are at right now in your life and in your business, owning the fuck out of that. You're not the best, you're not the worst, you're exactly where you are. You're serving people, and they're going to start saying things about you. They're going to start saying, "Oh my God, she really helped me with this. Oh my God, she really paired these two things together. Oh my God, like this really stuck with me." And yeah, you can play with different words, you can play with different things to call yourself or different things that you want to be known for. Own it, right? But just be where you are. Be where you are in terms of this is what I know I can do. Like, I love helping with this. Like, I love helping women who overthink every detail and try to control their family. I love helping them, like, totally let go of that and have the best holiday season of their life. Like, I had a client once where that was, like, part of what she did. And when you love that and you do that, like, I don't know if that's what you're going to be known for in a decade, but I do know that you've helped with that many, many times. That you have lots of clients who talk about you as helping with that. So just own it and do that and keep going. And if it wants to evolve, let it evolve. When you're okay with where you're at and the way you do things, it's easy to redefine yourself. I'll say that again. When you're okay, fully and completely in confident ownership of where you're at, of what you currently have accomplished and can do for others, and you own that and you just put it out there, redefining yourself is easy because it's naturally going to grow. It's naturally going to evolve, going to expand. You don't need to skip to that. Somebody being known for something really cool didn't get there by sitting behind her desk at her laptop figuring out I'm gonna like be the so and so, like I'm gonna be the money queen. Like it's not the words that have power. It's the embodiment, it's her actions. It's like what this woman has been doing with her clients and with herself over the years. That's why it has so much power. So you can't like skip to that part and be like, well, if I could just find the perfect title and the perfect catchphrase and the perfect offer, then I will be known. It holds no weight. You have to just do it. You have to be okay with where you're at right now, what you've already accomplished. I just helped one of my clients like uncover her positioning. And so much of that was stuff she's already done. She used to work in a different industry, but it is related to what she does now. Like there was elements to her past career that are actually just central to who she is as a person and a lot of it was like the unique relationship she has to the creative process. And I'm like, that's gold. Like, why would you write that off and think you need to be something you haven't done yet or aren't really yet? Right? It's like you've already have all this lived experience and it's showing up in your work today. You're just not talking about it as much. You're not claiming it as much. So you get to do that. You get to just be like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I used to be, because she used to write comedy sketches. I was like, that's fucking relevant, dude. Like that's still relevant to what you're doing now. So let that be part of what you claim today. You don't have to make yourself wrong. Of like, oh, well, I'm not polished enough and I'm not enough of a leader, like in my leadership. Like I'm not in that zone and da 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 da. Like, I need to be more premium. I need to be more luxury. I need to be more this and that. Meanwhile, you're like a genius at this other thing, and you still weave it in with the way you work with clients, and we're not claiming that. Why exactly? This is why I work with expression. This is why I work with like owning how you like to work, how you like to move, how you like to play. It's already there. This is what's going to make you the most money. This is what's going to get you to the next level. This is what's going to attract the clients that you actually want to attract. And so that's the work we do together, my loves. Okay, I hope this episode resonated with you. Let me know what landed, let me know what didn't, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.